guys, it's Nolan. Hope everyone is good. It's Tuesday, 7th of February, just gone 9 o'clock in the morning here in the UK. I'm just going to go through a few charts, just a quick video, just to give you a little bit of analysis on a few charts that I'm personally looking at. Then you can take that analysis away with you and see what you think. So I can't believe it's February already, to be honest with you. January went very, very quickly. So very, very scary how fast time goes. Now, I've got the silver chart on the screen, as you can see. It's a monthly chart. Now, I've got the monthly chart because I'm looking at the bigger picture here. I'm looking at this move here as an impulse. Okay, now, after an impulse, you get a correction, and then I would expect another impulse. So what I would be expecting at some point is we have our impulse, this is our correction, and at some point another impulse. Now, if I put that there, so you can see what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at this structure here, this descending channel, as a correction to this impulse move. Now, we're at the top of structure. At the moment, you can see we've got an evening star formation forming. However, remember, this is the monthly candle and we're only on day 7 of the month. We've got 21 days of price action remaining. Now, you can look at this a couple of different ways. You can look at this as, okay, well, maybe we're coming to test the top of structure and we're going to form another low. We're going to push down because we're in a structure forming lower highs, lower lows. And then maybe, you know, maybe we're going to do that. That is absolutely valid. That is a valid idea. I am looking at a potential inverse head and shoulders though. I'm looking for this basically, like a left shoulder and right shoulder and then this, because that could happen as well. And what is very, very interesting to me is this area of price. If I'll just draw it in for you. This little area here at 22. Because, you know, if you just drag that back, this is a monthly chart, remember. This is a really big monthly support zone. And, you know, here, September 2020, November 2020, September 21, December 21, etc., etc. So I'm very, very interested to see how price reacts in this level, because we could bounce and, you know, we could get a few points out of this. So options are set alerts around this zone. Okay, so around the 22 zone. Now, what I would say is that look at some of these wicks here on the weekly. We've got this wick here. Now, that went to 21.42 as a low. This one, 21.42 as well. This one, 21.89. This one, 21.66. So we could actually drop a little bit lower than that big number 22. Obviously, we've seen these wicks here around that 22 level, but, you know, have a little think, because those of you who don't mind a buy limit order could potentially have a buy limit somewhere in this zone. Obviously, you got to decide then where you want to put your stop loss. Let's say, just as a for instance, below the big number 21. That's just, you know, as a for instance, don't take that for granted. But as you can see, you know, with a buy limit there, if you just have a little spike up, you've got your 1-to-1. In fact, if I put that over there, if we go for an extreme, right down in these lows. So this low here was 21.42. Let's say we went 21.50. Okay, we'll make it a round number. Stop below 21, we'll say, you know, 20.8. And then look, you know, if you get a nice reaction there, very, very quickly you've got your 1-to-1, very, very quickly indeed. And you can put, you take some profit off, stop to break even, etc., etc. You've then got not too far away 2-to-1. And you can see prices move from this zone, and very, very easily we would make a 2-to-1. And if you really, really want to, you can have a 3-to-1 as well. And if you really, really want to, and you think it's going to actually break out, you could leave a little bit on to see if it does. But what I'm just saying is, if you don't mind a buy limit, if you don't mind that, it's not really a risky type of trade, because it's actually a very, very good area to buy silver from. But because like a buy stop, you have to have momentum with price to actually trigger you in. With a stop, a limit order, I should say, you are asking the market to basically stop and reverse at that price. And, often it doesn't do that. But all I can say is this is a great, great area. And if price did come into this zone, then I would like to think that there was some buyers there. So have a little think about that one. Little buy somewhere in this zone, whether you want to go for 22, whether you want to go for an extreme, whether you don't want to at all. Have a little look at that, because that one could be quite interesting, especially if this is a correction. We do get an inverse head and shoulder pattern, and we could break out. We will see. Pound Swissy, I like the idea of a buy stop above yesterday's high. So that's Monday's high here. I am looking at this triangular structure. We had a false break yesterday, as you can see, of the triangle. We've got obviously support here. So if we can break to yesterday's high, I see this little zone here where we've got these tips of wicks tested. Okay, so that would be a first target. And if we can continue to push up towards the top of the triangle, I'd be looking for somewhere around 1.1350, where you got these highs here. But like I say, we have to break yesterday's high. Okay, I'm not looking to get involved right at this moment in time. It's a bearish candle at the moment. I am looking for buyers to come in, but you never know. Also with the we've got a target up here as a target 1, for instance. The price is actually a little bit of a distance from the moving averages, so I would expect price to gravitate towards there anyway. But I'm just looking at the triangle. I'm looking at the triangle as actually a correction. We've got this move here, very, very similar to silver in a way, except for this one, the correction is a triangle. So we have this big impulse here, this correction in the form of the triangle, and I would like to think that price would then break to the upside. So I do like the idea of buys on this as well. But like I say, need a break of yesterday's high to get involved there. And last chart I'm going to look at is euro dollar. I like this for a little bit of a retracement trade. Sorry that I've changed color schemes here. But yeah, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish candles. I'd like to see a correction now. And we've broken yesterday's low. We're hovering around there now. We've broken the low here. So I would like to see price have a little bit of a push down. Okay, because after this many buy candles, I would like to think that some sellers would come in. So, and that would be, pound Swissy. I'm looking for longs. That would be pound strength. This would also be a little bit of pound strength as well, or euro weakness. So yeah, have a little look at this. Remember, it's counter trend. Obviously, the trend is bullish. So, if you're not a counter trend trader, then you're going to stay out of this trade. If you don't mind trading counter trend, then you need a strategy to trade this. Whether you want to use moving averages. I think you're going to need to go into a smaller time frame, to be honest with you. So yeah, I would look for. We've got price finding a bit of a base here, haven't we? Around about the 89 number. So maybe a break and retest at that level could get you into the trade. But like I say, after so many bullish candles, I would be expecting a bit of a correction here on euro pound. So yeah, those are the main charts I'm looking at. I wasn't going to talk about euro kiwi, but it's on there. Just the fact that we've got this range here, and it looked like price had broken out. Well, price had closed above the range, as you can see. We had a bearish candle yesterday. Now it looks like price is coming back into the zone. In fact, well, it is into the zone, but we don't know where this daily candle is going to close. I would, again, we might have an impulse, a correction or consolidation. We might see another impulse. I would look for price to potentially break today's high and push to the upside. Okay, might happen, might not, but we've broken out. We're coming back to test the top of the range. We've still got 12 hours 38 minutes of this daily candle to form. This candle could look totally different, so I'd be looking to see if we got that happening. Okay, may do, may not. If price closes within the range again, then potentially we're heading back down to 167.26. So if this actually ends up like this at the end of the day, then potentially you could look for a sell stop underneath today's daily candle, stop above the high, and then we can target the bottom of the range. That's if the reward to risk is good enough and meets your rules. So be open on this one. I would like to see it break out, but equally, if we get an evening star pattern here, we could sell it, and price could be coming back into 167.26, somewhere like that. Okay, so those are the few charts I'm looking at the moment. See what you think. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Maybe comment, let me know. Yeah, from me and the team, have a great rest of your day, and we'll speak to you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.